Good afternoon, a beautiful day. I see you all laughing. And I want to talk to you today about science and living. And you know, the science has proven we all need a house. And science also knows that we are breathing from the existence. The day we are born, the first breath we take it, and that comes from the existence. We all have to live, whether we are male or female or children. But of course, it's unfortunately we all have become conditioned, and we have to accept that conditioning. It's okay. Look in a positive way, but let's look at in a house living. You don't need a big house. You need a small house so you can get a good sleep. If you don't get a sleep, you can have a big house and you can thinking about all the things outside. What good is that? Nothing. You know, the Alexander the Great, who went to India, and when he died, he said, "Keep my hands outside the coffin." That means empty hands. You come in empty, you go empty. And you have to learn how to live as simple as possible, because housing industry is all desires. It's mind phenomena. I want this house. I want this house. It's a one desire to another desire. You become a watcher and look at what you really need. You want to be being yourself. And that's where you become a watcher. And that's where you want to look your house, because that is where you can sleep. You and your wife, your children, they all can sleep. And you don't need a big house because it costs more. Somebody has to build more. And really, when you're working outside, you are getting away from your meditation, which I want to share with you, because when you at night, when you're looking at yourself, you want to really sleep well. And if you become being yourself and you are living to yourself, which I will share with you today. But first, get a house, a simple home. We don't need individual homes. We need a home, maybe 10-story highs, which has 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom apartment, each one of them. That's very simple living, because without existence we cannot live, and that science has proven that. And the bigger houses we have, the bigger headache we have, and that's what we don't want. Because if you take a tree, the tree is only going up, and tree has branches down, and which is inside the ground, which is totally unconditional. And that's what you and me had it. What you call that, when we are born, we only have 1% of consciousness. 99% we are totally living with our mind, and we have no consciousness. And we have to become conscious. Now, what kind of food you eat? No, you go to store, all the big stores, and all the vegetables and fruit, that's all you need. You end up buying all the stuff which is processed, and what you're doing. People in the jungle, where the animals are, they don't eat that. They eat all natural. That's why they live a healthy life. They are being themselves. And what you need is the fruit, all the fruit and vegetables, which is all made by sun and moon, and which is all ripened by that. And that's what you're getting in your body. And take all the vegetables, take all the fruit, as less as possible. Don't take any animal product, especially the milk product. They are all animal. You want to use the human, because the newborn baby need a human milk, because that's where the baby has come. And you don't want to put a salt in it, and you don't want a sugar in it, and you don't want to put oil in it. But you can buy what we call a mango powder, or a powder made up of what you call pomegranates or citric acid. And you can make, or you can buy vegetables, all the vegetables which are made something which has no salt in it, which has a little bit of potassium. It's okay. But the less you eat the salt, the better you are. Because that's why what happens when you eat too much salt, too much sugar, too much oil, you are producing entropy at the endocardium. And that's why you're getting heart disease, diabetes, cancer, Alzheimer, rheumatoid arthritis, all these diseases because you are not eating right. Because that's my father learned. And that's we're talking about 1941. The mind is nothing but a heap of impression, the idea, the thoughts, and the body is a heap of food. And I tell you, when we got his all tests done in 1977, he had a past aortic valve disease. His all arteries are open because he was living in the present. And that's what you should do. Each one of us should become being yourself. Whether you are conditioned or unconditioned, it doesn't matter. We want everybody to be unconditional because every plant, every tree, every bird, every mountain, every ocean, they're all unconditional. And they are all in a meditation. And they are all living in the present. Now, what you can do, you can get a book from us which can teach you everything. That is what you call, the book is called The Cancer Cure Yourself Without Cancer Cure Yourself without with what you call unconditional consciousness. And you can get this book from American Scientific Health Conscious Foundation and read the chapter number 30. It tells you everything about the nutrition. It tells you everything what your mind is doing. You can learn how to wake up to the existence. And it tells you what exercise you do, what kind of food you eat. But you always should work with your medical doctor. And make sure you get this book called The Cancer Cure Yourself Through Unconditional Consciousness. And you have to learn how to become totally unconditional so you can become totally healthy and happy to yourself. And I wish you all a happy day. God bless. Namaste. Amen.